really don't think some of these people know what incel means. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, the controversy continues around Joker. Shock there, right? Yeah, that's right. Well, this came out today. Basically, if you guys remember, of course, back in 2012 at Dark Knight Rises screening in Aurora, Colorado, some piece of shit decided to open fire on people, and a lot of people were like, oh my god, he dressed like the Joker, even though I kind of felt like he dressed more like Ronald McDonald. Family members to those victims wrote a open letter, where they're like, hey, guess what? We don't want any kind of screening of the Joker in our city. I get it. When something like this happens, you really gotta look at both sides, and it's like, from their point of view, it's like, okay, I get it. There's concern, but then everything that's been wrapped around this movie already, especially with the woke critics. Again, I don't think they know what incel is, because I keep seeing incel, and this is, I'm like, you guys realize that in the movie, he fucks her. Incels don't fuck anybody. I mean, I don't know why there's this concept that I keep hearing incel. I mean, it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. They just keep on using that term, and it's getting kind of annoying. But anyways, this is what Warner Brothers had to say right here. It said, make no mistake, neither the fictional character Joker nor the film is an endorsement of real-world violence of any kind. It is not the intention of the film, the filmmakers, or the studio to hold this character up as a hero. Yeah, because for 80 years, he's never been a hero. Gun violence in our society is a critical issue, and we extend our deepest sympathy to all victims and families impacted by these tragedies. Our company has a long history of donating to victims of violence, including Aurora, and in recent weeks, our parent company joined other business leaders to call on policymakers to enact bipartisan legislation to address this epidemic. At the same time, Warner Brothers believes that one of the functions of storytelling is to provoke difficult conversations around complex issues. Nicely put. I do like the fact that they said fictional character. I mean, my God. And that's what it is. I mean, what's sad about this is like some of these people that are like doing the incel thing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guarantee you they laughed at the politicians and Trump and everything like that, blaming video games. But then they're flipping it when it comes to movies, because everybody's a fucking hypocrite in 2019. Then, of course, the gun debate issue just comes back around, and it's always going to be there. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. I always look at everything directly. I look at both sides, look at the arguments, and I'm for some things over here, I'm for some things over here. But when it comes to gun control, I'm like, well, stop saying that we need gun control. We do have it. Try to buy a gun in California, you're not going to get it the same month you fucking bought it. I guarantee you. It takes a long time with background checks and all that stuff. They could stop all the manufacturing of guns right now, but there's still more guns than there are people in this country. They're still out there. They don't just magically disappear. I'm starting to think that people actually think that that's going to happen. You just ban one particular one, and it's all just going to stop, which is not going to be the case. There's always going to be gun violence. Sadly, that's the way it is. And really, I don't want to turn this into a gun debate or anything like that, because I'm not a gun person really, and anything. But I kind of hope that what this movie can actually help with is the discussion of mental illness, because obviously that's what a lot of these mass shootings definitely have in common. But you got to really think what has changed, because back in the 90s and the 80s or even the 70s, shit like this didn't happen, these like mass shootings and everything, but there were still a lot of guns out there. What has changed? What is different from there? Why can't people start discussing that aspect of it? What has changed from then and now? You kind of see it too. You can look at data, you can look at numbers, and look at the fact that we're so connected and we're so disconnected at the same time now. The family dynamic has changed. A different generation of parents. Just it's a lot of things. A lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things that are in this stew. A lot of ingredients. And yes, you could talk about gun control, but talk about mental illness, talk about the family dynamic. You could talk about a lot of things. You can't just focus on one thing, and that's the sad part of all of this, is when it gets political, the right and the left, it's always one fucking thing. It's never the multiple things, 100%, because of all this. And that's what sucks about it. And, it's only going to get worse, I think. I mean, who knows? Maybe it won't. But, hopefully there's nothing that's going to happen. But, of course, now with all this in the news, you never know. This could be igniting somebody just because they're reading all this and hopefully that's not the case. I don't know, we'll see, but that's what they had to say about all of it. And I mean, like I said, I get it. I get the concern of the families and everything, but at the same time, it's like, okay, maybe just, I don't know, beef up security a little bit, or just, hey, they don't have to support it. That's fine. Don't support it. But, people that are going to support it, they want to see it, and they're not going to look at, oh my God, the Joker's the hero. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, guys, yeah, that was kind of more of a serious video, but anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens with all this. Hopefully it just all blows over, everything's okay, and everybody's just going to enjoy the movie. That's what we're all hoping for. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel, filmjunkie.com, for all my content. Follow me on the Sock Mids right over there, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon if you want to help out, and of course, shirts down below. All right, guys? Talk to you later.